Alright, my loves, my vriendaganguly, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So today we're going to be doing a reading for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. This is going to be a short general reading. In case it does not apply with you, please do not try to make it fit. This is a tarot reading, it's a general reading, so it doesn't have to apply with all of you guys, right? Because I'm channeling for a lot of people, millions of people on YouTube. So there's that. And earth signs, in case you would like to book a private reading with me, you can check out the description box below where all the links are given, including my PayPal in case you feel extra generous and would like to support and donate to my channel. Also, in case you guys don't know how to find out your placements or your birth chart, you can check out the description box below where I have mentioned how you can figure out what signs you need to watch and how you can figure out all the signs in your birth chart, including where the planets are in those signs, etc. Alright, my loves. So now the intro's out of the way, let's get into your reading. So what am I feeling for my earth signs? Spirit, what's coming up? I smell some food, some delicious food. Like some of you are maybe learning how to cook, or someone is cooking something very delicious. I'm hearing something about curry, so definitely Indians anywhere in the world. It could be just anywhere, right? Not just in India, but yes, Indians. I'm also hearing garlic. So some of you need to have some garlic right now in case you're having some infections or just for an overall immunity boost. All right. I know some of you are like skeptical about the smell that it leaves lingering in your mouth. I just heard some of you say that to me literally, and I'm like, okay guys, I understand, but it's good for your immunity. So once you have that, maybe you can just use like a nice mouthwash, like a Listerine or whatever. Listerines are quite strong that way, so you can do that, okay? Or you can mix it in some herbal tea or whatever, right? That'll be good for your immunity, my love. So let's see what's coming up for my beautiful earth signs. Beautiful. I'm hearing beautiful. So someone thinks you're very beautiful, earth signs, or you think someone's beautiful, like you have someone very beautiful around you, or you want to feel beautiful again, or there's someone that made you feel a little less confident about yourself at one point, but now you're growing in your confidence. I'm getting for some of you, because I'm channeling for a lot of people, guys, here. For some of you, I'm getting that cooking class, of course, where someone is learning how to cook, or someone is teaching someone how to cook. This could be a mother teaching a son how to cook, or a daughter how to cook. That's also what I'm seeing. That's beautiful. So let's see. That was just my downloads, guys. Let's get into the spread now, okay? It's just going to be a short reading, so you don't have to feel bored at any time, because sometimes my long readings become quite boring and people zone out. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep the readings a bit spicy and short, so let's see. Also, I get a lot of space to explore in these short readings, where I can just be myself and be creative with just a little amount of cards and just my intuition, right? So let's see. Okay, so the first card for you guys, earth signs, is the Judgment in reverse, but I'm going to keep it upright, of course, on your spread. Interesting. So earth signs, what I'm getting for you is that you're also waking up to a lot of different things around you right now, okay? Like you could be making a very like a final decision about your life. There's a lot of self-reflection, like looking into the mirror at yourself about the sins, or you feel like you have sinned in some way, and there are some sins that you're looking at within yourself, about yourself, or you feel like they are sins because that is how you are programmed to believe, right, earth signs? I mean, there's a part of us that has integrity, right? And we know the threshold of that in this world. It's not like we don't have that compass within us where we don't know what is right from wrong, right? But there comes a balance point, and I think earth signs, you're realizing that you're not as scattered as you think you are. You're not as I'm hearing worthless. So you're not as worthless as you think you are, and that's because whatever insecurities you have, earth signs, it's due to the programming of the matrix. It's due to the programming of the news channels, the corporates, the specific, governmental bodies, and what they want you to perceive and think about your body, about yourself, about the relationships that you have with people, about the roles that you play with other people, right? And the roles are constantly shifting. So you're not one person every time. You are a lot of different people to a lot of different people, right? So you are also playing a multifaceted role on this planet. And this is what you're realizing, that whenever I was in that moment, I did a certain thing which I regret today. But you are coming out of the fear of that just because I was harsh in that conversation, because I got my feelings out, and I was, or I didn't get my feelings out, I was just quiet. But I felt harsh within myself, and I just gulped the anger. I just gulped the emotion. You're just looking at yourself in the mirror, and you're talking to yourself about these things, that did I do this to myself? And if I did it, why did I do it? So you're going deep into that rabbit hole, okay? So I'm picking up a lot of shadow work, a lot of going within the parts of yourself that you have rejected, and claiming them one by one, and hugging them and being like, no matter what you did, that doesn't matter, as long as you realize those things in the present moment, that you forgive others for what they have done to you, but also, first of all, forgive yourself, okay? And forgiveness, the only way you can really, really forgive is to accept the situation for what it was. Truly, in its truest, most coarse form, in its most brutally true form. Just accept it for what it is, or for what it was. The moment you bring that awareness of acceptance into that situation, into that person, into that place or thing that disappointed you, that hurt you, that betrayed you, that stabbed you in the back, that cheated on you, that was a fraud, whatever it may be. The moment you realize that you have reached that level of perception where you have accepted it for what it was, boom, now you know how you can judge yourself. And with that judgment, now you know how you can judge others without any fears of opening up too much, without any fears of being too vulnerable in front of someone just because you feel uncomfortable, because you have been taken advantage of at one point. So now it's very difficult for you to open your heart, right? There will be no fears left in you once you start following that path for yourself, okay? So this card says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. This is what you're really realizing, that there are parts of you, within you, that are different. And there are different roles that you play with people. And at times you fuck up. Haven't the mythological gods fucked up? Haven't all the stories in which you hear about, the constellations or whatever, haven't they fucked up at some point or the other? But that's how they learned. That's how they improved themselves. That's how they used whatever was dirty, stale, whatever was stagnant, muddy, confusing, difficult, tough, whatever was a crisis in their life, they turned that into their own power. That's what they did. That is what you all are on the path of becoming. But to become that, there's a certain level of discipline within that integrity that you need to have, or develop, or inculcate, or cultivate, right? So that you can be free of all the fears. My fear card just fell out, so I'm going to take it because it's coming out very strongly in your spread here, okay? And this card says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yes. So this is when you realize, you come to a realization where when there were times when you were gifted, when there were times when you were given certain things to be grateful for, did you just reject it out of the sheer boredom of it, out of the sheer feeling of being like spoiled, or just because you were, not in the zone? I don't know, like there could be a lot of excuses as to why you would sometimes avoid the things that were best for you, earth signs. And that's your own self-sabotaging nature, which you're trying to understand now, and you're going deeper into it, okay? So this is like an initiation into your shadow, where you are realizing the black hole that you hold within yourself. And that black hole can sometimes suck you into it, or it can suck others into it when they're around you. Or it is that just because you want to protect others from that black hole, you would rather be comfortable within that black hole rather than trying to evolve yourself and be like, okay, let me just go within and do its surgery right now. But guess what? Divine is right here, and Divine is telling me through these two cards, just these two cards, Judgment and Fear, that you're finally coming to realize that you have lost on to opportunities, you have lost on to memories, you have lost on to beautiful moments that you could have built, just because of that fear of opening up or that fear of vulnerability. But now Divine is watching you, making sure that everything around you makes you feel fearful, makes you look in the mirror, makes you talk to yourself, and makes you observe when you talk to yourself, so you realize the words that you're speaking, the way that you're handling yourself, the way that you are mingling, the way that you are avoiding, the way that you are repeating the same patterns again and again, which is sabotaging your future because you're too scared to move forward, because you're too scared to have the courage, because it's something else or someone else outside of you that made you believe that you are less than, that made you believe that you are not enough, right? All of that is being seen. And because of that, there could be a lot of impatience within you to be like, I just want to get it over with. I don't want to deal with it anymore. But Spirit is like, no, wait. Try to understand what's going on. Try to go into the depth of why are you getting triggered? Why is your future triggering you? Why is your past triggering you when you are right in the present? Why? Why are you letting it drown you? Do you like getting drowned? Do you enjoy the feeling of being okay with that aspect of yourself that keeps pulling you back into that black hole? Because you're used to it now, because it's just so much and it's happened so many times that now there's a lot of practice and a lot of no fear in the wrong places is what I would say. A lot of having no fear or being fearless towards things that are wrong, or not wrong in a like a wrong or right sense, but misplacement of your own perception. That is what I mean here. So the next card we have for you is relationships, and you fear relationships. You do. You fear genuine connections because you fear that it will remind you of the part of yourself that you never had when you were a child, because you had to grow up too quickly, because you had to mature too quickly within the family. You had to do the things, you had to take care of the bills, you had to take care of your siblings, you had to take them to school, you had to feed them, you had to do certain things for your husband, you had to do certain things for your wife. There's just a lot of things that my earth signs are relied upon. That's why you are the earth signs. You rule stability, right? So there's a lot of relationships that you have had where people have tried to use you, abuse you, criticize you, and it has made you curl up at times. Earth signs. I don't know why I said fire signs. Maybe you guys need to watch the fire sign reading, because that was another dynamite, okay? In case you have fire in your chart, even if you don't, if the title resonates with you, go ahead with it, okay? So it says, the relationship card says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. But there's a fear behind that. There's a fear behind connecting with high vibrational people because you have never had that. You have never had a high vibrational connection with someone else who's had that equal level of give and take with you, who's had that equal level of love for you or equal level of generosity as you. You have been very kind, earth signs, you have been very generous, but you have always received less, or you have always received, and even if you have received something which was a blessing, because you received less so many times, your brain was trained to reject anything at all that you were receiving from anyone. And now I see your receptacles becoming blocked. And spirit is just watching you, and spirit is like, I'm not gonna let you move until you face all your fears. Be it fear of relationships, be it fear of what people will think, be it fear of what reputation you have, being it fear of how things should be, what are the ethics, what are the etiquettes, whatever it may be, whatever societal programming it is, that I need to buy this brand, I need to do this. Why not build your own brand if you're so into brands? Why give these elites and these opportunists and these high-level monsters the money that they already have? They already have all of that. They are just recycling it and making sure that, the world is imbalanced in some way, shape or form. So why give them that opportunity? Why not make your own opportunity? That's what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to be your own opportunity. Abundance wants to nurture you. Remember, I had given that as a download for you guys a while back, and I'm getting that message here. Abundance wants to nurture you because you have nurtured abundance for a very long time. You have tried to take care of it, take care of everyone. But now that energy of taking care wants to take care of you. Okay? That energy itself wants to support you. But will you let it? Will you be vulnerable enough and trust? Close your eyes and just take the first step without thinking what's ahead. Is there a step? Am I going to fall? Are there going to be people watching me while I slide off? Are there people who are going to laugh at me for what I'm doing right now because, this is not the societal norm? If I quit my job, are people going to think badly about me because now I have no reputation to uphold? Or can I create my own brand? Can I create my own creative spark that makes me join this cooking class or whatever? Or I just want to paint. I just want to draw. I just want to sing. I just want to dance. I just want to do the things that I enjoy the most. I want to study coding, damn it. I want to study coding. I want to get into metaphysics. I want to get into occult. I want to get into whatever it may be. Stop judging yourself and stop holding the fear of relationships as your excuse to not move forward in life, earth signs. Because this is only going to block you, be it in love, in business, in your relatives, whatever it may be. Don't block yourself. You are your own worst enemy if you don't realize this. And Spirit is making you realize this. Spirit is making you look at yourself in the mirror very, very hard and very closely. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. And I just had to come up and do this message. It's just a 3-card message, my loves. But I can just go on. Like, this is so powerful, these messages. And wow, at the bottom of the deck, I see balance. Okay? It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world. And I do so without judgment. Earth signs, repeat this with me. Right now, take a deep breath in. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This is an affirmation that you can, just record on your phone. And whenever you wake up in the morning, you hear this affirmation for yourself in your own voice. Okay? And boom, just see how things start changing for you. But stop fearing the change. Okay? because change is the only constant in this universe. So the universe is not going to wait around for you to be fixed and to be like stubborn in your own ways. And universe is not that kind in when it comes to evolution, truly. Okay, so we have to get on with it now, and now is the time for us to do this. Okay, I'm an earth sign myself, by the way. I'm a Capricorn, so I totally understand this energy. This is literally like for you guys and for me as well. It's time for us to unblock ourselves from, not being able to relate with other people and having and holding judgments on other people. Okay, or also fearing judgment from other people, or fear of not having relationships also, and things like that. Okay, it can go on and on. I can go on and on, guys, just about 3 cards. But earth signs, you always get the most because you are my beautiful earth signs, and I love you guys. And I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, or if you would like to donate to my channel and you feel extra generous, my PayPal is given below, my link tree is given below, and any other information if you want to donate, or if you want to help with some tarot decks on my channel so that I can use new decks, you can definitely donate. My wish list is also given below of the Amazon link. All right, my loves. So thank you so much, and peace.